1.
Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Rocket Rabbit Commentaries, and we are doing another Magic the Gathering set exploration. This time, at the behest of Gerdat, we are doing Commander 2015. Yeah, so, the reason why I decided to pick out Commander 2015 is because, well, this selection of decks is actually 10 years old now. And with Magic doing a bunch of promotional stuff for the Magic Gathering stuff, specifically, you know, the Universes Beyond stuff and the Foundation stuff, you know, it felt good to look back on something else that would have, you know, a somewhat relevant anniversary at the moment. So I'm going to be running the Boros deck that I actually forget what the hell its name is, but it is focused around where is he? Kalemne, Disciple of Iris. Yeah, he is my commander. That is the one. And Mr. Cloud.
And Mr. Cloud versus is running for the commander, Daxos the Returned.
Yes. And he's a blue-black, right? Or
White-black.
White-black, okay. Orzhov enchantments. Alright. So, my deck is very slow, which is not something that I'm used to with Boros, whereas Mr. Cloud's deck is, you know, Orzhov enchantment control. So, this should take us a while, especially because we're going by standard commander rules, so we both start with 40 life. We're going to be here for a while, folks.
There are four potential. I was going to say 4. To clarify, there are no card effects between these two decks that allow automatic win conditions. Our main win conditions are going to be take your opponent's health down to 0, or deal 21 or more damage with your commander, or cause your opponent to run out of cards.
And neither of us are running no
former
colors,
two are precisely, but it can still happen. Like, for example, if you go first.
Alright, are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Alright, let us begin. And first
ready,
thing first, push life to 40.
Yeah, I mean, it's
View library.
Priorities, I suppose.
4.
We both have to go into our libraries and take our commanders out because we can't easily get our commanders out any other way. Why couldn't it just put it in alphabetical order? D. There it is. There's my buddy. So we're gonna leave our commanders on the stack. So what colored counters do you want to use to keep track of commander attacks? Orange. Okay, we'll use the orange counters to count the number of times our commander's been casted from the command zone,
sorry. If you want
0.
commander attacks, then the white ones. Want orange for commander damage.
Okay, orange is going to count commander damage. White is going to count commander attacks. Gotcha. We're right. That not the size of the commander attacks, but the number of times the commander's been cast.
Okay.
All right, now let's roll some dice.
I got a 10. You also got a 10.
Oh, nice. All right, that means we get to re-roll.
I got a 1.
And I got something other than 1.
All right. So.
All right.
You get to pick.
I'm gonna go first, of course.
Of
course,
yeah, this is mostly fine. Yeah, this is mostly fine. I will keep this.
I'm going to take a house mulligan. Yeah. Although I'm not pleased with this hand, I must say that I haven't a choice but to keep it. Okay. With my first turn, let's begin with a swamp. And I'm going to end my turn.
Ooh. Alright,
after I pass to myself to go to my own end phase.
Okay, I am also going to have a relatively slow first turn. I'm going to just put down a plains and pass.
I mean, on the subject of slow and speed, it is unfortunate that Kalemne costs 4 to get out. Let's put down a plains, and then I'll tap 2 to cast Thought Vessel.
Okay.
It's a mana rock that says I no longer have a maximum hand size.
Which is quite nice. Alright, my move.
And I suppose... I think I get the point of Thought Vessel is that if I'm spending all my mana to use Daxos' activated ability, then I'm not going to be casting spells.
Alright, yeah, I will, yeah, I'll end on just another land.
On the subject of the abilities of the commanders that we see before us, both of our commanders have this thing called experience counters, which I'm going to explain after I get another land down, which is going to be the Tainted Field.
Okay.
The Tainted Field has add white or black to my mana pool because I control at least one swamp. Then I'm going to pay 3 to cast Daxos from the command zone.
Okay, and then?
Daxos is a 2/2 legendary zombie soldier that has, whenever I cast an enchantment, I get an experience counter. Should we use blue to count the number of experience counters each player has, respectively?
Sure.
Okay, Gerdat and I both have commanders that allow us to gain abilities based on the number of experience counters we have, and we're going to be keeping track of the number of experience counters each player has with the blue counters. Daxos also has, I could pay 3 to put a white and black spirit enchantment creature token on the battlefield that has its power and toughness is each equal to the number of experience counters I have. And that is my turn.
Alright. Ooh, so yeah, I'm gonna put down another mountain, and then I'm gonna spend 3 in order to cast Urza's Incubator. And I'm going to call Giants. And
nice. Oh, dope. That's a good way to keep ahead of your commander tax.
Yes. All right. So with that, with that, I will pass.
For the 4th turn of the game, before Gerdat casts his commander, let's put a swamp on the battlefield. I'm going to pay 3, the Thought Vessel for one of them. And I'm going to cast the Orzhov Cluestone.
Okay, then. No other mana rock.
Massive amounts of ramp. Then I'm going to pay 2 to cast Karlov of the Ghost Council.
Okay, then.
Which, honestly, I'm not sure why he's in the deck except that he's Orzhov colored. But he is a 2/2.
Oh, and
that
he
has
gets very
abilities
big
when I
very
gain
easily.
life.
If you've got enough lifelink, he gets very big very quickly. So
We'll see about that. I'm going to swing it to you with my Commander Daxos for 2.
okay, I take 2,
Okay.
and I take 2 commander damage.
Which means that now that I have corrected the amount of life that I have a 2-point lead. I'm going to end my turn.
All right then. Ooh, no, you enter-tapped. Okay. Gonna put down another mountain, and then for 2, because I have the ability. Yes, okay. For 2, I'll cast Kalemne, my Disciple of Iris.
Nice.
And then
3 double strike.
I screwed that up. Okay. Yeah, I definitely screwed that up. Alright. But yeah, from there alright, yeah, from there I will end.
Well, you gotta chalk up 1 commander cast for casting Kalemne this turn.
No, he's a giant.
No. Exactly.
Commander
So,
tax.
okay, so now we each have casted our commander at least once this game. Awesome. Now I got a bit of a problem on my hands. Is I am fucking mana flooded, bro. Soul Ring. Let's see. See, the thing that I realize now is that I can't use Daxos' ability unless I have at least 1 experience counter. So you can wait all day long to get your experience counters on because all they do is modify his power and toughness. But with Daxos, I can't put a 0/0 on the battlefield because then it'll just die of state-based actions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay a white and a black. I'm going to tap and sacrifice the clue stone. And I'm going to see if I can draw an enchantment spell.
Okay.
Wow. That is unfortunate for me. Okay. Looks like I'm just going to end my turn now.
All right. Booyah, another land. Okay, so now that I actually do have 5 mana, I can actually start gaining my own experience counters.
Nice.
Okay, I just gotta make sure that this is the one that I want to cast. Yeah. All right. Do I have? No, I don't. I can't actually cast this. I'm missing a source. All right. So instead, I'll spend 3 in order to cast my own Boros Clue Stone.
The clue stone.
Okay. Then, ooh. I can't actually swing because although I have double strike, I would still take... double strike rules are confusing for me. Alright, I'll end.
Really? You're not going to attack?
I'm not going to attack.
Very well, then. I'm going to take my turn. Alright, well, this will put you in a bit of a bind if you catch my drift. I'm going to pay 3 to cast the Vow of Duty.
Okay.
When I cast Vow of Duty, I get an experience counter. Bink. And I'm going to put the Vow of Duty on Kalemne.
Okay. So, now he is a 5/5. Allow me to...
Now he's a 5/5. So you modify his power and toughness accordingly. And it gains vigilance.
Well, I already had
he
vigilance,
can't attack
so.
me or... Kalemne cannot attack me or planeswalkers I control.
Okay, then.
But he can still block, though. And now that I have an experience counter, now I'm going to pay 3. And I'm going to use Daxos, the returns activated ability, to create what is now a 1/1 spirit enchantment creature token. And then I'm going to end my turn.
All right, then.
Now it's going to kick in that we got ourselves a bit of a cold war on our hands.
I got another mountain, Mr. Cloud. You know what? No. I do need to... No, I don't need to put down the mountain. I can put down my drifting meadow because
Nice.
I actually have the ability... I actually do have a second white source on the field. So, I'm going to spend 5 in order to cast Herald of the Host, which allows me to gain an experience counter.
Nice. And when you gain experience counter, then Kalemne gets +1/+1.
Yep.
Nice.
So now, annotation, power toughness, increase power and toughness. There we are. Okay. So, what do I want to do from here? Honestly, that's probably all I can really do for now. I noticed that your spirits aren't actually flying, though, so I should be okay for a bit.
They're not flying, no.
Alright. Yeah, I will end.
Well, I mean, of the 2 problems that I had that are facing me right now, I think I'd solve the bigger one. Let's see. Yeah, cool story, bro. I'm going to pay 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the black market.
Okay.
When I cast the black market, I get another experience counter. Yep. And black market has, whenever a creature dies, put a charge counter on the black market. At the beginning of my pre-combat main phase, add a black for each counter on it. And then I'm going to pay another 3, and I'm going to create another Daxos Spirit token.
Okay.
But I still can't get through your defense, so I'm going to end my turn.
All right.